Hello and welcome to the OutPower newscast. On today's edition, we'll cover what has been happening on the last couple of weeks. We'll go over an article that explains the possible security threats when sending messages to the user from our application, the next step and the next OutSystems events. We'll also cover a couple of how-tos, and as usual, the latest community highlights. On the latest blog post from one of the MVP members, he goes over in detail what could be the threats when sending messages to the users from our application. The author of this blog post explained what methods could be used to exploit the security of our system and what we can do to prevent them from happening. The link to the blog post will be available below. If you experience the following error while trying to connect Service Studio to the server, OutSystems explains that to solve this you should upgrade to the latest stable version of the Service Studio. This error is due to the current version of the Service Studio that we are using not being able to provide information on the error regarding the features that are available or not on the server. The next OutSystems user group events have been scheduled. Let's give a quick look to them. The dates for the new Meetup event have been made available. We can count with an OutSystems user group event on the 7th of November. Also, if you happen to be in Berlin, a Meetup has been announced, which will be on the 21st of November. If you can, why not show up at one of these? There are always interesting subjects being discussed and a good way to meet new people in the community. Now, following the OutSystems Meetup events, we'll be talking about this month's NextStep in Amsterdam. On this passing week, we got the opportunity to attend the NextStep in Amsterdam. On this event, we got a glimpse of what OutSystems is preparing for the future of the technology. It was also possible to attend a selection of business and tech talks. These would cover a set of user case scenarios or best practice that we should follow. All of this mixed with a good session of networking, food and drinks. At the end, we got the Neo Party, an excellent way to wrap up the event where we get to hang out with our old and new acquaintances for a few drinks, and where some of the attendees get to demonstrate their awesome karaoke skills.
By doing one thing. I would like everyone who's a customer here to give a big round of applause to himself or herself, and I would like everyone who's not a customer to do the same thing. So please, thank you. Thank you very much.
So the question was, what do I think about the conference? I'm really enjoying it. My eyes have been opened on a few different technologies. I got to sit in a biometric chair and lots of facts were given to me, and I love that. Everyone seems really friendly. I'm learning lots. It's brilliant.
Right, so my experience of NextStep. So far so good, it's been awesome. I really like seeing the advances in the technology. My biggest question is OutSystems good enough to roll out or replace enterprise level applications? That's part of the answers that I'm trying to get through while I'm here at the conference by speaking to some people. And it's not just about the success stories, I want to know about the problems. You know, how is it when you have to fine-tune performance or when you need to get throughput improved, does OutSystems still stack up to these problem areas, and how's it go? We've been using OutSystems for a while, and we've got some main enterprise applications. We've been using OutSystems for small to medium-sized apps, and I'm interested to see if we can actually use it to start replacing some of those legacy massive enterprise systems from the ground up. So that's what I hope to experience here, and to learn from people and to get some ideas that I can take back with me.
Hi guys, welcome to NextStep. It's my second NextStep of my life. What I enjoy about NextStep is that it's a good way to find out how other companies are using OutSystems, so that's quite interesting. There's a wide variety of tracks, so there's more technical tracks right now as well going on, so there's something for everyone out here as well. It's also a great way to meet up with people you haven't seen in a long time, so really from all over the world, everyone's coming together here to sit together, have a few drinks, have some food, and finally, of course, there's a lot of free stuff as well available, swag as it's called. So yeah, I'm enjoying it personally, and hopefully you have too.
So I'm a newbie on this event. It's my first time, but man, this is great. It's a great way to know more people, more developers, to know like the state of the art in OutSystems technology. It was a great experience.
Right. NextStep is always an interesting experience because you get to see a lot of people, especially when you're around working with OutSystems for quite a while. You get to see a lot of people that you haven't seen for a while, and you also get the benefit of learning from OutSystems itself what's going on with the platform, where the technology is headed, what are the problems that were there before that are now being solved. And in general, it's always a pretty positive experience that you always get that feedback, and you get to see a lot of people. So it was very interesting.
NextStep, oh, it's great. I got to see people I used to work with, people who know what they're doing, people who I don't like networking, but I like it here.
It was great fun. Thank you OutSystems for organizing these wonderful events. Now going over to hints and how-tos. This week on how-tos, we'll talk about a couple of guides that aim at helping us with mobile app development. On this first how-to, we learn how to set up the JavaScript in mobile to dispatch and receive events. This is particularly helpful when we want to do a specific action on a plugin callback, or when we want to track the percentage of a sync and more. With the introduction of MABS 6.0, WK WebView and Nitro Engine, we've gained faster iOS applications. However, in the process, we lost our ability to troubleshoot network requests, and Safari Web Inspector no longer shows network information related to our server action requests. Due to that, community member Mauro Sanch has written a detailed guide for an alternative method to help us troubleshoot our applications. As usual, for more information on these how-tos, please follow the available links. Following hints and how-tos, let's jump over to the fourth segment and see what has been happening in the last couple of weeks. Now talking about the Forge. After going through the past couple of weeks' deployments by the community members, we have the following picks. Going over to our last segment, the idea of the week. The new reactive webs allow us to set the start index of the screen scope aggregates due to pagination. But if data comes from a data action, the start index property is no longer available. What NunGetch proposes is to allow the control of the query start index, not restricting it only to the aggregates in the screen scope. If you wish to read more on this or support this concept, you can reach the idea on the link available down below. And with this last segment, we conclude today's newscast. Thank you very much for watching, and please join us in our next edition of Newscast for more OutSystems news by OutPower. Have a good day.